You know, folks, I just try and try and try and try. I do my best. Trying to gain some weight. I really am. I'm trying to gain some weight, as I've mentioned to you before, because I'm so underweight. It's a problem. I wish I weighed about maybe at least about 10 pounds more. That's where it should be. 10 pounds may not necessarily seem like a lot, because it would literally put me at right around the point where it goes from underweight to normal weight. It's literally like a borderline, because right now I'm about 12 to 15 pounds underweight of where I should be for my height. That is not good, because just like being obese, being underweight can have some health problems. Okay, and I think, maybe some health problems that I have experienced before is related to me being so underweight. Now, the thing is, a lot of people envy people such as myself. It's like, oh, you can eat whatever you want and not gain any weight. That is amazing. It's like, yeah, that is good, but when you try to gain weight, you can't gain any weight. At least just a little bit. At least just a little bit of pounds is what I would like to put on. Just a little bit, I don't want to look like a skeleton, which is sometimes what I look like. You can see like all these bones here, and then if I took off all my top, which OnlyFans, then you would see all my ribs, and I would look like a skeleton. My arm, I don't know, you can't really see my arms, but it's like when people think that you're anorexic because you're so underweight, then that's a problem, because I'm not anorexic. I eat a lot of food. You won't believe the amount of food that I've eaten. I've upped my calories even more. I'm drinking now practically every morning this nutrition shake with an additional 200 calories, and my weight has not budged. My weight has not budged, even when consuming that. So that is it's just astounding. It's just astounding. It really is. Now, it doesn't help being vegan. That does not help in any sort of way, because, there's less nutrient dense, calorie dense, fat dense, protein dense foods on this type of diet. So I guess if I really wanted to gain weight, I would need to okay, let's just go to McDonald's, let's go to Arby's, let's go to Wendy's, Dairy Queen, whatever else, Burger King, all those fast food places, KFC, Popeyes, Domino's Pizza, what are those types of fast food? Papa John's, although better ingredients, better pizza, so you can't go there because that's actually good. It's actually better ingredients. Anyway, but yeah, if I go to all those junk food places, yeah, I would probably gain some weight, but I would also probably have some health consequences as a result. Although, for the most part, I'm very healthy as it is, so I don't think I would notice anything right away. It would take a little bit, because your cholesterol's not just going to spike after a Big Mac. There you go. You may feel bad, in the short term, right after eating it, but you may, I don't know, I don't know why I'm even bothering to talk about that. I'm not going to do that. This is not my goal. But yeah, I'm trying to consume a lot more fats as well. I'm doing a lot more fats, protein, and trying to lessen the carbs. That is a bit harder, because there's plenty of meals that I've loved that are quite high in carbs, but ideally you want to have more fat than you do carbs. Well, the ratio of the percentage of how much you're eating, because carbs you can eat a lot more of than fat for the day, because fat, your daily requirement is a lot less than your daily requirement for carbs and such, okay? So, my goal is not to eat a low-carb diet, but definitely less carbs and more fat. So you can eat things such as avocado. Even I've been doing, if I have some sort of, when I have my nutrition shake or my morning drink or whatever, I will add some fat to that with some MCT oil, which adds a lot of fat. It probably ends up adding that's an additional 60 calories that I add, and 7 grams of fat. Okay, MCT oil is supposed to help you lose weight. So some of the stuff that a lot of the stuff that I eat ends up helping you lose weight. Some people it doesn't make them lose weight, but I'll be switching off the MCT oil with just walnut oil. I'll see how that is, because MCT oil, very, very high in saturated fat. I'd rather consume more, unsaturated fats, such as poly and mono unsaturated fats. So I'm trying to consume more of those, and once my MCT oil is done, I'll be consuming the walnut oil and such. So yeah, I'm doing the best I can when it comes to that, trying to gain a little bit of weight. So my average, for the most part, my weight is like 1, 2, 3, 4. 123 pounds, 0.4. 123.4 pounds. I have gone down as low, probably the nutrition shake has helped me a little bit, because I used to weigh, it was around 121. So it has increased my weight a little bit, which is good. You want to increase it. But it's like, at the rate that I'm going, I could be spending so much money on all this food. It's like insane. It's like the amount of money that I would need to spend in order to actually gain weight. It's like, oh my God, especially with this inflation. The Biden inflation is just going insane here. Come on, man. That ain't from me. I didn't do that. See, that's the type of stuff that he says. Blame it on that Russia guy. Yeah, that's what those people do. Blame it on everyone else. But yeah. Yeah, it's just really, really crazy. It really is. So more fat, more calories, less carbs, more protein. Yeah, we'll see. Need to get some more fat on me. I think probably the highest I've ever weighed, and this was probably back when I was eating very unhealthy, eating very high fat calories. Like if you remember, I would say I would eat ramen noodles and like 2 hot dogs with the buns, all that sort of stuff, and I felt miserable. I felt terrible. Probably the highest I weighed was around 130 or around the time, possibly. So I know a lot of people have said, oh, look, you're so underweight and so skinny because you're vegan. Well, I mean, if you compare it back to how unhealthy I was eating before, and I weighed about 130 and now I weigh like 123, well then yeah, I guess if you made that comparison, but you're not making the proper comparison, which is if I was eating healthier back then, I would probably weigh the same as I weigh now. Okay? So there really is not much of any correlation there with that, but certainly increasing my calorie intake as a vegan, that is harder to do. So I can agree with that part, but yeah. Interesting. So that was all. So you all take care, have a great one, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.